Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It is the new year. Happy New Year, happy January. I am so excited to dive into this year feeling way better than I did last year. I actually started my resolution glow up situation back in the fall with doing the Artist Way series. I only have a week left. I'm so excited to be done, but today I did my bullet journal, and I have shared bullet journals here on my channel before. By the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Tasha. I am a full-time artist based in Colorado, and I post videos all about being creative and having fun with your life and just living authentically. If you like illustration, design, murals, home reno, gardening, any of that type of creative living type stuff, please consider subscribing and coming back over here more often. But yes, I am going to be sharing with you, just flipping through how I set up my bullet journal for 2025. This is my 12th year. 12th. Okay. So yeah, I definitely stand by this process. I have a special type of mind, and recording everything analog is what helps me stay focused, stay on track, and be able to kind of see my life as one big picture. And I love it because I can go back to any bullet journal and flip through and know what I was doing at any moment. I can recall things, I can look at old idea lists, look at old client lists, and I can always go back to that stuff. And I love that about bullet journaling. Which is obviously a perk that you get from long-term usage. But this journal is smaller than my 2024 journal. I tried a large size journal. I thought I liked it, and I just like the smaller size better. This is one from 2023, my 2023 journal. It's also a small size. It's actually a little bit bigger than the one I'm using this year. I just like this size. It is more compact. It can travel a little better. I found that the large one was just a lot to have around and to whip out and use. I had to use my arm. I don't want to have to do all of that. Yeah, so this is your basic small notebook size, and it is the gridded paper, which you'll see. And this is going to be an honest, raw revealing of how I use my bullet journal. I am not flashy by any means. It's a very minimalistic, straight to the point form of bullet journaling. I am not a scrapbooker. I'm gonna put that out there right now. So if you're here for scrapbooking style bullet journal, I'm not the person for you. I use one black pen. Okay, and I use a regular inkjet pen. Sometimes I'll whip out my Micron for calendar stuff, but I just use a black pen. I don't do nothing special. In 2024, I also used my bullet journal as a combined mental health journal as well. This year I'm not going to do that because this book does not give me enough space to do that. So I did get a separate journal to do my morning pages in, and I love it. It is wide ruled and gives a lot of space, and it's also very pretty. I got both of these books from Hobby Lobby. I don't use anything fancy. I'm not married to these brands. I say get whatever book looks pretty to you and is affordable. Simple as that. Anyway, let's get into my 2025 bullet journal. This journal doesn't have a "this belongs to" page or anything like that, which is fine with me. My first page is my intro spread, and I am pretty obsessed with this. It is essentially an illustrated mood board. Sorry, I literally had a brain fart. It's an illustrated mood board. So anything that I want to continue to do or introduce, or just like essentially, you know, visualizing what I want my year to look like, I illustrated that using little doodles. And I think this came out so cute. I love it so much. I've never actually taken the time to do a drawing at the front of my bullet journal in the past, again because it's such a utilitarian tool for me, but I really was just vibing with it today and wanted to foster some creativity, because that's a big part of my goals in 2025, is to continue to research for that like inner artist child of mine and really dive into my creative self again, which is essentially what I've been doing with my Artist Way challenge. Next, I have my index, which is boring. It's just an index. Some years I use them, some years I don't. I plan on using it this year because I want to be able to reference certain things, and it just makes finding certain pages easier. Yes, that means I have to number the pages, but I only use the bottom corner and do the even numbers on the right side pages. The next spread is my 2025 goals. I have not written these in yet because I haven't done them and I wanted to do this blank flip through first. But this is my 2025 goals spread. Essentially, all I do is write down a goal, write down steps to reach that goal. Simple as that. Most important part is write down the steps to reach that goal. Like, make sure you break it down into small actionable steps so it doesn't feel as overwhelming. Next, we have my year to date, year to glance, spread with quarterly goals at the bottom of each page. Very simple. This is so I can write down jobs and events that I get in the future and be able to keep track of that. Next is my project workflow page, and this is like very specific to me as a creative entrepreneur, but I had a hard time years ago like making sure that I was hitting all the right steps with every single job, and I had learned the hard way sometimes by having clients like pull out and not paying me my money because they never signed the contract or they never sent the deposit, and then they killed the project, and just like learning pains. Okay, so I have this checklist that works for me. This is my third year using this chart, and when I fill this up, I just make a new page, and that's what the index helps with. I can keep track of like where those are. I never have gone more than 2 pages for my project workflow. Next is the ideas list. This is just a blank page where I can scribble down ideas as they come to me. And I can pull ideas from like my phone notes and little scraps of paper when I'm out and about, and have all of them in one place to pull from when I am feeling unmotivated and uninspired. Next is my January spread. The monthly spread, I do a monthly calendar on one side and a notes page, a blank notes page on the other. It's really straightforward. I have a little space to write down my current projects, some important to-dos, which is normally like personal stuff, and then I try and write down like an intention or a quote or something for that month to help kind of get my mind right. And then again, I have the notes page where I take notes for meetings, write down ideas, or take notes on like editing for YouTube videos or reels or whatever. Just a brain dump page for this month. Then we have the weekly spreads. Very satisfying to see. I normally will double column my task when I create the layout this thin. In the past, I have spread 1 week over 2 pages. I want to try out doing 1 week per page because I want to give myself an actionable amount of tasks each day and not overload myself. So I feel like having smaller space for each day really will remind me consciously to like not try and do too much. And then another new thing that I've done is I've done priorities and tasks at the top for each week. And normally this is just one big to-do list, but I think I like the idea of like having main priorities, and like even the word priority like kind of makes it feel very important that I need to like actually follow through with these things. And then from those priorities, writing down tasks that need to be done to, you know, do that, and then pulling the task from here and like putting them into the week where it makes sense. And then Saturday and Sunday is a lot smaller because I don't plan on overwhelming myself on the weekends. And again, this is just a visual reminder of that. So I go ahead and plan those weeks. I didn't write the days in on that one yet, but then I remembered that I wanted to start tracking my knit projects a little more seriously this year because I am getting so into fiber arts and like really enjoying it. I want to be able to organize my projects and have some type of record. Specifically, this need came about when I wanted to remember what yarns I'm using for certain projects because people are asking more questions about my knits, and I don't normally care to remember any of this stuff, but I think it would be cool to have that. So my knit project tracker, I have pattern, name, designer, yarn used, needles, cost, start and end date, and the amount of hours. This is very specific, and that is what I love about bullet journaling, is that you can really modify it to fit you and you can really make it your own. Like anything that you want to record or keep track of just for your memories or for discipline or motivation, you can do with a bullet journal because you can just create your own spread. I really just took the way I even like figured out how to design this, which is very simple. It was just, I just wrote down all of the subjects that I knew I wanted to track, and then I figured out what orientation of the page would allow me to do that efficiently. So I turned it and wrote down my columns. Very simple, guys. I do not like a lot of fuss. And then say if something else comes up in the month that I want to record or take notes on, like at some point I need to start planning for my garden, so I will like have a spread for garden planning where I can write down all of that. If you want to see that, please let me know. I love talking about bullet journals. It's literally my favorite thing on earth, and that is all I have for right now. But like I was saying, you can build it the way you want, and that's what I love about the system so much. It's so satisfying, and I just love screaming to the hills, get you a bullet journal, babes. Like, get you on. But I know that a lot of people are like digital only nowadays. It is the big year 2025, I get it, but it scratches a certain itch, okay? And it just really works for me. And if you're that same type of person, like, you should really try it out and make it as simple as possible for yourself and stress-free, okay? Because that is what we want in the year 2025. We want to be stress-free. We want to simplify our routines, and we want to grow, okay, with the least amount of tribulations and trials as possible. That's what I am hoping for. And so now that I have shared this with you guys, I'm going to spend some time brainstorming my goals and like writing down all of the things I want to do and really start planning out my Q1 and what that looks like. It's really exciting because I have so many fun projects. I'm feeling motivated like myself again, and I just want to get it all done. I just want to do it all. Lilo's barking at something now. But yeah, I hope that this gave you some inspiration. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Again, let me know if you want to see more customized spreads that I normally do for my hobbies. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.